morning, everyone. Morning warm up here. Today, I want to talk about one of the internal empires we have. This is through my internship or my leadership program that I do with Robin Sharma and through the Titan Academy. And he talks about the four internal empires, which are mindset, heart set, soul set, and the last one is health set. Today, I want to talk about health set. And I want to talk about how well are you taking care of your health. And health really, if we think about it, there's kind of four areas here that they talk about. And Robin Sharma talks about this a lot. So the first one, when we think about health, it's a simple little thing, is hydration. You know, most of us are dehydrated. Most of us, by the way, when we think we're hungry, we're really not hungry. We're just dehydrated. So how many of you are doing a great job at daily consumption of just water? Meaning, do you carry a water bottle around with you? How many of you wake up in the morning and drink water? How many of you drink water throughout the day? How many of you are really hydrated? You know, when I do these 4-day classes where I'm talking for 4 straight days, I was noticing that some of the days my voice was I was starting to lose my voice, and I couldn't figure out why. And what I realized was I was dehydrated. And as soon as I started hydrating more, it was amazing how just my voice was fine, my voice was strong. I could do a better job. And so hydration is one of the key ones. The next one that I want to talk about is fasting. And there's more science around it. And I'm not a scientist that understands fasting. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor, but I do know this. Quite a few years ago, I read a book called The Guide to Intermittent Fasting, or The Complete Guide to Intermittent Fasting by Jason Fung. And so I started doing fasting. And it's interesting when I tell people that I fast, that I only eat once a day. It's interesting the looks that I get. And people are like, well, how would you do that? Or, I mean, well, what happens when you exercise? Aren't you hungry? And I will tell you this, the benefits to fasting are pretty amazing. So a couple things, as soon as I were really dialed in the fasting, my sleep quality became much, much better. My energy became phenomenal throughout the day. My alertness and awareness became much better. Inflammation, you know, a lot of people, I don't know about you, but as you get older, which I am doing, we all do, you know, your joints and things kind of ache. Through fasting, that went away. That didn't happen. And just my ability just to feel better on a daily basis, my gut health, all those types of things started to change drastically. And it was all through reading that book. But was it easy to do at first? No, it was not. It was not easy. But I think that as I stuck with it and I kept doing it, it became something that just became a habit for me. And now I eat once a day. I just eat in a window of 5 to 8. I eat dinner. And in that dinner, I try to eliminate as much carbs as I possibly can and eat proteins and vegetables and things of that nature. So that's a big one. And then the last one about health is simply exercise. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, you don't need to go out and join CrossFit, or you don't need to go and just kill yourself and exercise. But how many of you move at least once or twice a day to where you do sweat, whether it's, you know, in the morning you have an exercise routine where you're out either running or you're on a Peloton or you're on a, you know, rowing machine or you're lifting weights of that nature. And then how many of you are doing something maybe later in the day? You know, I know for me, it's, you know, it starts off in the morning and then typically later in the day, it's a walk of some kind. In fact, it's telling me to end my workout now on my watch. There you go. But it's, you know, it is something around that. And so I think those three things, if you will really dial in that world for yourself and think, okay, how am I doing? Am I getting hydrated daily? You know, what's my eating regime like, and what am I eating, and how healthy am I with eating, and can I potentially reduce the amount of food that I consume? And I will also tell you this, when you eat less, guess what happens? Your restaurant bills go down, your food bills go down. It's pretty amazing in that sense. And then the last one is, how much exercise are you getting on a daily basis? You know, this life is short, and a lot of times what Robin Sharma says is we get later in our years where we have really, really good resources, but we have poor health and we aren't able to take advantage of it. And he also says this, if you do not make time for health, you eventually will make time for disease. So keep that in mind, think about it, and if you want, I'll put a link to the book that I used to get me on the path of fasting, and it might help you. All right, everybody, hey, make it a great day, be awesome, and help somebody. Talk to you later.